Hi, welcome to JackFex's art journey. I'm JackFex and this is episode 28. So I've switched my practice up, like I was saying last week, to grayscale and only using the round brush. I'm also doing that for the sketches and stuff too, or at least I started doing it this week. The idea behind it is to break the process down into its simplest form. So since I'm only using the round brush, it's all focusing on, shape and proportions and whatnot. And since I'm only allowing myself grayscale, the idea is to only focus on value, and I'll worry about color later. I'm really happy with where I'm at, but I'm also, it's so funny how you get this huge high of when you kind of when something clicks and you can make something that really looks cool to you. I feel like I jumped in ability just by comprehending the idea of using the values of the grays to carve out the different parts of the face. And I was super happy about it. This one that I'm doing right here came out really, really well. And it's one of the best things I've ever made. It's oh my god, and I did it in 15 minutes and I'm so proud of it. And that's really cool, but it's so funny how quickly your mind just immediately adjusts to, this is my new normal. This is what I do now. And then when you don't hit one of those really high notes, when the next piece you do doesn't look as well, then all of a sudden it's oh my god, this sucks so bad, even though it's still way better than it used to be. So it's really funny to watch that emotional treadmill in action where your baseline raises and then you're still just kind of stuck with the mentality of whatever you were in before. You have a brief moment of, oh, I'm doing so good, this is great, and then it just immediately goes back into whatever your normal baseline is. So there's a line that encompasses it pretty well, which is, you won't be happy with a yacht if you're not happy with a cup of coffee. I know that's obviously more aimed at finances, but I think it applies. If you're not happy with your art now, you won't be happy with your art later. There's a brief, exhilaration when you kind of hit through one of those, when you make one of those breakthroughs, but it's not a lasting feeling. Man, this guy's eyes are so tiny. I'm struggling with that lately. You're gonna see it all next week too. I'm just struggling with making the eyes too small. I'm aware of it. I'm trying to fix it, but it's all tiny eyes for everyone right now. But yeah, so I'm saying this out loud for my own benefit, to remind myself that, and I know it's so cheesy, but to remind myself, it's not about everything being a masterpiece or everything being the best thing you've ever done. And it's also not about just grinding for the sake of grinding, although grinding for the sake of grinding is better than other mentalities. The point is to do it because you enjoy doing it. And I do enjoy doing it. I want to get better. There's ideas I have for art pieces I want to do that I'm not capable of doing just yet. At least not to execute on the level that I want to be able to execute them on. But I can definitely tell I'm still learning. One of the things in this piece right here, you can see in the top left, I picked out my color palette, my gray palette, before even starting. And I didn't do it perfectly. I probably could pick better colors, and I probably would need, honestly, at least one more to really do what I needed to. But I learned that I need to be a lot more consistent. I need to have a level of coherency throughout the whole piece. And the way you do that is by using, I don't want to say as few colors, it's some hard and fast rule, but by using the same tones, the same values in as many places as you can, it creates a cohesion throughout it. And I learned that from watching a video, and so I've been trying to apply that. I definitely need to work on form more. I'll probably always be working on form, but I'm feeling pretty good. Next week's videos are gonna art pieces are going to be a lot worse because I picked a much more challenging pose, but, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling bad, but I'm feeling good. I'm trying to enjoy that cup of coffee and not worry about the yacht. So, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.